Do you know who is the hardest person to say no to? You guessed it, it's you. Yes, the hardest person to say no to is yourself. If you've ever started on a journey, started strong, especially on a journey to improve your health, and you notice that the struggle along the way leave you not getting to the end or not seeing the desire you want, can I tell you, you're not alone. But it means that you may be missing a very key ingredient that could change your life for good. Welcome back to Breaking Up with Type 2 Diabetes. And this is day 27 of our 40-day journey, where we help you move from a place where you're full with disease to one where you're freedom, you're healthy and joyful in the Holy Ghost. Today's healing prescription is taken from 1 Corinthians 9:25, part A. And it says, "Every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things." What does this mean? It means that any area of your life that you're seeking to improve requires the help from all the other areas in order to get there. Yes, self-control. Self-control is another word for temperance. So self-control isn't about restriction. Actually, self-control is about revelation. Revelation of how you can pursue your purpose. You see, it's a kind of revelation that elevates your health. It elevates your wealth, even your finances. You see, for years, I thought that self-control means I needed to control me. And you know, I never was able to control me. It was not until I realized that I couldn't do it, at least not on my own. I needed a help outside of myself. I needed divine help. When I realized this and I leaned into the divine help that was given to be my creator, I learned that I could gain victory in the areas that I couldn't before. I learned that the journey that I started strong, I could finish and gain the goal of what I was working for, because the power was a greater power than I had. You see, self-control is not just saying no for the reason of saying no. Self-control is saying yes to your purpose, yes to your health, yes to your destiny. When you align with the spirit of temperance, God's gift to us, then you are able to unlock the strength that will help you make the right choices and keep you in the right position. So Gwen, who's a former client of mine, a registered nurse, was doing everything right. She was doing everything she thought she needed to do, right? But she realized she had this love of cheddar cheese. The truth of the matter is, the cheese didn't love her back. It showed up in her blood glucose, in her respiratory issue. It showed up everywhere in her life. Her body was just inflamed because of this cheese. She didn't think she could give it up, especially when Easter time was coming around. And she decided, however, to try it for a little bit. And what she realized was that things changed. Her blood glucose went down. Her respiratory issues was gone. She started feeling more energy. And she was totally astonished. How could this happen? And she loved it. But, you know, those cravings, they didn't just go away. They kept knocking at her door. And there are times when she opened that door and she would find herself in a position where she didn't want to be. She cried out to God. She says, "Help me. I needed help." And He gave her the strength when the cravings knocked on the door to keep the door shut. She was able to permanently get over it. Not only that she gave up that desire, but what happened is that her life changed. It's been over 3 years that she has given up the insulin and is living a life above and without type 2 diabetes. She discovered that the secret was not willpower. Most of us think is, I just have to have willpower. The secret was worship requires obedience. Yes, the secret to temperance is that you have to obey. Obedience to doing the right thing is a form of worship that brings its reward. Even though it feels like sacrifice at the moment, temperance is a divine strategy that leads to your fulfillment of your purpose. So let me ask you a question. What's one area in your life that you can bring under the submission of God and practice temperance to protect your God-given purpose? Drop it in the chat. Comment below. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. It's time for you to live and thrive in the health that God created for you. And I'm encouraging you, take a step of faith. go ahead, grab a copy of Breaking Up with Type 2 Diabetes, open that door to the purpose of health, wealth, and happiness, and let's begin to live and not die from type 2 diabetes. And tomorrow I want you to join me where I will present another healing prescription that looks at how fresh air can make such a marvelous difference in your life and how you can do it.